Estamos comprometidos con el medio ambiente y más que nada con el bienestar de nuestras futuras generaciones, ya que, como decían los abuelitos, pues uno bien o mal ya la vamos pasando, pero pues tenemos retoños, son nuestros hijos, nuestros nietos, y pues nos gustaría que conozcan el bosque como lo tenemos ahora, o mejor si fuera posible.
Forest ecosystems are natural systems to capture carbon dioxide and to store carbon. Sustainable forest management has the potential to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from deforestation and forest degradation, as well as mitigate climate change. Mexico has more than 138 million hectares covered with forest vegetation. "45% of forest ecosystems belong to communities and ejidos, a collective property system specific of Mexico. Since its beginning in 2001, the National Forestry Commission, CONAFOR, supports forestry owners to conserve, protect, restore, and manage their forests in order to provide environmental services necessary for the development of the country. Thus, the National Forestry Program, CONAFOR, was born. This program supports the people who own temperate forests, tropical forests, mangroves, and arid zones in their efforts to care for, improve, and benefit from their forest resources. Forest ecosystems are a key element in the generation of stable jobs and are a factor of development and sustainable livelihood for forest communities. The Mexican government financed and implemented the Forest and Climate Change Project in collaboration with the World Bank Group to promote the sustainable management of the forests by ejidos and communities. With $392 million invested in Mexico, $42 million provided by the Climate Investment Funds, the project represents the biggest forestry operation of the World Bank Group worldwide. The Forest and Climate Change Project was born on November 20, 2012. Its main objective was to support rural communities in Mexico so they could manage their forests in a sustainable way, develop social organization, and generate additional income from forestry products and services, including emission reductions from deforestation and forest degradation. RED Plus. With this project, communities have been supported to obtain the economic benefits that well-managed forests can provide in the long term. The project developed three components: policy design and institutional strengthening. By the end of the project, the National Forestry Commission has improved monitoring and evaluation systems that generate useful information for the institution and for the country. A greenhouse gas measurement, reporting, and verification system was also developed. Inclusion practices, social and environmental safeguards were developed, and collaboration agreements were signed with different institutions. Coordination was strengthened with the Secretariat of Agriculture, Livestock, Rural Development, Fisheries and Food, SAGARPA, and the Secretariat of Environment and Natural Resources, SEMARNAT, to promote a model of integrated management of the territory that contributes to sustainable rural development. The quality of technical assistance improved in a significant way by having certified technical advisors. The second component, consolidation of priority community basis programs at national level, has contributed to strengthen the Payment for Environmental Services program that promotes best practices. The Sustainable Forest Management National Strategy for Increasing Production and Productivity, ENAIPROS, and forestry restoration schemes in priority hydrographic basins for the economic development of ejidos and indigenous communities in Mexico based on their forestry activity. During the project, the annual rate of net deforestation nationwide decreased.
Todo aprovechamiento de cultivo de cualquier comunero pues, se hace mediante un permiso y mediante áreas designadas para eso, ¿no? Entonces hay partes del bosque que no se tocan porque están destinadas a la conservación de la flora y fauna.
The third component, innovation for RED Plus and early action areas, supported the elaboration of the National Strategy for the Reduction of Emissions from Deforestation and Forest Degradation, ENARED Plus. Due to this component, a collaboration agreement was signed with Zagarpa to align agricultural and forestry policies. Special programs were implemented and were applied in two specific regions, coastal basins of Jalisco and the Yucatan Peninsula. The Forest and Climate Change Project has contributed to improve the sustainable forest management, which increases productivity and generates economic wealth and jobs for the inhabitants of these ecosystems, while providing environmental goods and services and guaranteeing the conservation of biodiversity in the present and the future of the forests and jungles of Mexico.